I am not Flava Flav. I am Billy Sparkle, dream fulfillment coach and motivational listener. The reason I have this clock with me today is I want to share with you a concept that I believe can change your life. There is no such thing as on time. Let's demonstrate. Say you have an event that begins at 2 o'clock. If you arrive at 1:59, you're considered early. If you arrive at 2:01, you're considered late by exactly 1 minute on either end. Let's go down even smaller. If you arrive at 1:59 and 59 seconds, you're still early by 1 second. If you arrive at 2 o'clock and 1 second, you are late by a second. You can slice this down infinitely. You can go down to 1/100th of a second, all the way down to 1/1,000,000th of a second, and as far as you want to go. So let's stop there. If you arrive at 1/1,000,000th of a second before 2 o'clock, you're early. 1/1,000,000th of a second after 2 o'clock, you're late, which means in the short span of 2/1,000,000ths of a second, somewhere in there is this elusive idea of being on time. So to be on time, in my mind, is akin to trying to land a jumbo airplane, like a 747 airline plane, on the head of a needle. It isn't something that I would want to try. I do not try ever to be on time. In my world, that concept doesn't even exist. When I have an event, I have two choices. I can be early or I can be late. So I set myself up every time with an ambition to be early. And here's what's fun about that. If I'm trying to be early, I could aim to be 5 minutes early. I could aim to be 15 minutes early. And let's say I aim to be 15 minutes early. You tell me, let's meet, we'll play tennis Saturday, 2 p.m. Perfect. I'll meet you there. I'll be early. And I set myself up to arrive 15 minutes early. Now, I don't tell you that. I just say I'll be early. I'll be there. On the way to getting out the door, let's say I forget my headband and I run back inside and I grab it, and that takes an extra 2 minutes. When I drive out, there's a little bit of extra traffic on the road I wasn't counting on, and let's say there's a school bus letting some kids off, and that takes an extra minute. So I end up arriving at the tennis court about 8 or 9 minutes before the time, because I was expecting myself, setting myself up, that is, to be 15 minutes early, and I end up being 8 minutes early, but I'm still early. In other words, I still reached my objective. Let's say I was planning on being on time. My ambition is to be there at 2 o'clock, if that's the starting time. So I give myself only enough time to be on time. And then any and everything that goes wrong gets in my way. I walk out the door and remember I forgot my water bottle. I then have to consider forgetting it all together so I could be on time, or going back to get it and possibly being late. I'm in traffic all of a sudden. A school bus is there dropping off some kids. I'm getting a little bit impatient because now these exterior factors, these external factors, external to myself, are getting in the way of me reaching my goal. I put myself in immediate competition with all manner of scenarios that I have no control over. So I find that by me wanting to be early, I give myself a whole range of options of where I could target myself. And even if I miss my target of being 15 minutes early and I get there 8 minutes early or 10 minutes early or even 2 minutes early, I still win. I'm early. The last thing I want to say about that is that in my life, I've had countless experiences of having I've had countless instances of having wonderful experiences where things happened that would never have happened if I was on time. I've had multiple clients that I've met because I arrived at various events early, and because I did, and they were also early, we were afforded an opportunity to meet each other and engage in a conversation that I know for a fact would never have taken place if I arrived on time right when the event was beginning, because there would be no occasion after that for me and that person and any of those people to connect and communicate. There are countless benefits to this. If my ambition is to be on time, I am chronically going to be late because my margin of error is so small. I'm targeting for that 2 o'clock start, and if I miss it by even a second, I'm late. Whereas if my target is to be early, I can set myself up to be more early, right? Or less early, but I could practice being 20 minutes early, 15 minutes early, 10 minutes early, depending on what the engagement is. And then I can be relaxed. If a little bit of traffic happens, I'm fine with that. I'm sitting in my car listening to my audiobook or listening to some music or talking to someone that might be in my car with me or a friend on the phone. I could be doing so many things, but what I won't be doing is stressing about, oh, now I'm not going to be on time. I'm going to be late because such and such is happening. So if you've been having an issue with being on time, or if you know somebody who seems to be chronically late for their various appointments, you might want to share this video with them or watch it again yourself and eliminate the concept of on time from your mind. Just stop trying to be on time. Give yourself the gift of dispelling the notion that that's even a possibility, and instead practice the art of being early. There's a reason they say that the early bird gets the worm, because the bird enjoys getting the worm, so it's the early bird that benefits from that. I like being an early bird. I like being early. I love more than anything the pleasures that I get to experience on my way to all the activities that occur in my day, because I'm not stressed by trying to land a jumbo airplane on the head of a needle and being on time, where my margin of error is so small that it's very easy for me to be tipped over into the losing column of being late. So try this, and if you want to see and hear more valuable tips about time or all things having to do with efficiency and your energy, check out this page on my website, www.billysparkle.com/time machine Tuesdays, and you will find a link to an event that I do every Tuesday at 12 o'clock Eastern time. And I'm always there at least 4, 5, 6 minutes early to welcome my guests. So I welcome you. It's fun and it's free, and forever it will be, as long as I can bring myself forth energetically and do the event. So I welcome you to show up for that. I welcome you to enjoy this video, watch it repeatedly, share it with your friends, and I look forward to the next opportunity for us to have an interactive engagement like this.